Hello there. I've heard both politicians and business people start to latch onto a new soft Brexit phrase, and that is a pragmatic Brexit. So here we go with another way of pushing a soft Brexit, and that is to give it yet another name. And the new developing name is the Pragmatic Brexit. This will be championed by big business and those politicians who don't want us to look too closely at the detail of where our exit from the EU is now going. It will come in many forms around the concept of it now being time to move beyond the ideological and into the realism of the UK economy and business. However, this has always been the Remain tactic, to avoid the deep political reasons as to why people voted to leave. So this is just a Remain-based policy wrapped up in a ribbon with the word Brexit on it to make it a little more palatable to Brexiteers. Theresa May called her own proposals principled and practical, and that she would deliver a principled and pragmatic Brexit. Also, in a speech at the Farnborough Air Show today, the Director General of the CBI, Caroline Fairbairn, said, "I came through Westminster on my way here this morning. You could feel the crackling in the air of parliamentary electricity after last night's fractious votes. But we do need to see through the sound and fury of the politics to what really matters." So there you go. You have it right there. Politics devalued so that just business and the economy matters. But business and the economy isn't everything. I reckon we will now see the word pragmatic and its synonyms used by government and soft Brexit supporters more times than Gordon Brown said prudent, and more than George Osborne said long-term economic plan, and that would take some doing. Now, some people have suggested to me that all this current froth around the Chequers plan is really a cover for the UK government to quietly engineer a full-blown hard Brexit. Now that would take an extremely skilled operator who could get ministers to act out of their skins, so I'm not convinced. But what makes me very sceptical of this proposition is that the PM's number 10 Europe advisor, Ollie Robbins, has just asset stripped Dominic Raab's Brexit department of its 50 best negotiators. No sooner had David Davis walked out than Robbins was in there transferring the power base from the Department for Exiting the European Union and into the offices of number 10, directly under his own command, reports The Sun. UKIP's Suzanne Evans hit the nail on the head when she tweeted, "It's a civil service coup, plain and simple, and cowardly Tory MPs are letting it happen. For God's sake, stand up to them. Get May out and then sack those backstabbing EU collaborators." Well said. Despite the troubles the government had getting the customs bill through the House yesterday and the amendments forced on it by the Tory European Research Group led by Jacob Rees-Mogg, the Trade Secretary Liam Fox says that the Chequers plan is not dead. But these amendments will make the proposal harder for the government to sell into the EU. One of these amendments stops the UK from collecting tariffs on behalf of the EU unless the EU does the same for the UK. And another amendment prevents the UK having its VAT rates dictated by Brussels. These amendments were presumably not part of the text that Theresa May is rumoured to have cleared with Angela Merkel the day prior to the Chequers meeting, though. So you do have to wonder how that will go down with the Eurocrats. But that might not matter, as the PM may suffer a defeat with the trade bill tonight, as it emerges that 2 Remainer Tory ministers may now quit their government posts in order to vote for an amendment put forward by Nicky Morgan and Stephen Hammond. This amendment would force the UK into a customs union with the EU should a frictionless trade deal not be achieved, and this amendment has gained the support of Labour. Another Tory MP did resign his post yesterday in order to vote against the government, though. The Conservative MP for Aberconwy, Guto Bebb, resigned as Minister for Defence Procurement last night so that he could vote against the government-backed Brexiteer-imposed amendments to the Customs Bill. And now, as you can imagine, the calls are coming in to rerun the EU referendum based on today's findings against the official Brexit group Vote Leave. Vote Leave has been found guilty of breaking electoral law during the referendum campaign and fined £61,000. And Darren Grimes, the founder of Believe, which is a Brexit group that received money from Vote Leave, has been fined £20,000 and referred to the police, along with Vote Leave official David Halsall. This has triggered Remainer Tory MP Sarah Wollaston to say, "We cannot have confidence that this referendum was secure. It should be rerun." Well, if that's the case, the 2017 general election, where parties stood on the result of that referendum, also needs to be rerun. And how about all those council elections? In reality, though, nothing the Leave campaign did was likely to come close to the government's use of the £9 million to issue a pro-Remain leaflet to every house in the UK, or getting top-level players like Obama to support the Remain cause. And now we hear that the very recent intervention by Airbus to shift opinion towards a pro-EU stance may have been led by Remain politicians. Finally, don't forget there may be some Boris Johnson resignation speech fireworks directly after PMQs tomorrow lunchtime. Get the popcorn ready. So, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.